Look at this photo. The Oval Office, once the sanctum of democracy, now looks like the lobby of hell with better lighting. A man has collapsed on the carpet and Donald Trump is just standing there, irritated, like someone interrupted his show by having the nerve to faint without permission. The aides are scrambling, the cameras are flashing, and he's just bored, annoyed that human suffering dared to upstage him. This is who he is. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He was court-ordered to feed starving children, 42 million Americans, 16 million of them kids. He said no. Then he made sure grocery stores couldn't give discounts to people using food assistance. He'd rather punish the hungry than admit defeat. This is who he is. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He ordered pallets of food, real food, edible food, relief shipments stamped with the U.S. flag burned instead of delivered, turned bread into ash just to prove that mercy offends him. This is who he is. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He threw a great Gatsby party at his private golf club while children's plates sat empty. Top-shelf champagne, billionaires laughing under chandeliers salvaged from a bankrupt Vegas chapel. It wasn't a celebration, it was an autopsy with appetizers, because that's who he is. A man who mistakes other people's hunger for proof that he's full. He's the kind of person who would be hosting a gala on the Titanic's lifeboats while women and children clawed to climb aboard. He would sell the seats or refuse them altogether. This is who he is. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He mocked prisoners of war. He called soldiers suckers and losers. He told a grieving widow her husband knew what he had signed up for. He bragged about grabbing women by the pussy. He called immigrants poison. He said he'd be a dictator on day one. And guess what? He sure as shit is acting like it, because this is who he is. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He doesn't care if you voted for him or not. He doesn't care if you cheered for him, worshipped him, wore his hat, or ruined your family over him. He doesn't give a shit about any of you. All he wants is your suffering, because your pain makes him feel powerful. This is who he is. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He watched Americans die during the pandemic and shrugged. It is what it is. Every death was an inconvenience. Every funeral, a distraction from his own reflection, because this is who he is. He doesn't give a fuck about you. And now we all live inside his cruelty. We scroll past the videos, masked agents dragging teachers out of classrooms, mothers begging for formula, families choosing between groceries and rent, and he doesn't blink. He burns food instead of feeding people. He cuts benefits, spikes tariffs, and laughs while the rest of us pay the bill. This is who he is. He doesn't give a fuck about you. That photo doesn't show America collapsing behind him. It shows Donald Trump's view of America beneath him, suffering at his feet, something to be ignored until it stops moving. To him, that's the natural order.